D'Souza, the elder by 3 years, the taller by 2 inches, the lighter by 1 pound, and armpit to fist, he brings a 2-inch reach advantage. Stephen St. John to get us underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee for this next bout is once again Jason Herzog. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in tonight at 150 pounds. With a record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. He hails from Topeka, Kansas. Introducing WILLIAN DESOUZA. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at a trim and ready 151 pounds. With an excellent record of 19 wins, only 5 defeats. He comes from Independence, Missouri. Make some noise for Eric MARRIOTT.
Fighters, center up. Okay, fighters, gone over the rules in the bathroom. No final questions from you, Blue. No final questions from you, Red. Touch gloves to my ready.
Final instructions here from Jason Herzog. MARRIOTT, who had a 4-week training camp, he broke his left thumb in his last fight from throwing a hook. Was in a cast for 10 weeks and had 3 pins inserted into the left hand. So he worked on getting the weight off he put on during that recovery time and getting his cardio back on track. Michael Chavello, Frank Trigg with you. MARRIOTT in the white, D'Souza in the black. MARRIOTT has the huge experience advantage. D'Souza wants this one to go to ground. And already he looks to shoot in for a single.
D'Souza told us earlier that he was actually supposed to be the Pan American Championships right now for Jiu-Jitsu, but stayed in town for the fight instead. So we know this is going to the ground at some point. D'Souza has anything to say about it.
Inside thigh kick there from MARRIOTT. A very side-on stance here at the moment from Eric MARRIOTT. Shoots in. Goes D'Souza. No takedown effective though.
It was a horrible shot. I mean, it was just a kindergartner running out of junior high school player.
Ooh, a nice clipping overhand right there from MARRIOTT. The first real salvo landed so far off the hands.
If that's D'Souza's shot, he's in a lot of trouble. It's going to be really hard to get MARRIOTT down.
Jab 2 from WILLIAN DESOUZA. MARRIOTT circling to his right into the jabbing hand of D'Souza. I don't think MARRIOTT feels he can be phased whatsoever by any sort of hand power of WILLIAN DESOUZA, as he just continues to tenderize that inside lead thigh. Outside leg kick, nicely done, just above the lead knee there from MARRIOTT.
The way that D'Souza's acting every time he gets hit, it's almost like he hasn't been sparring at all. Because every kick is reverberating through his entire body. He's getting shook.
Ooh, and that's a dangerous sign when you try and catch a leg kick with your hand. There's a straight right, but once again, no power behind it from WILLIAN DESOUZA. MARRIOTT scoops the knee up to the orbital bone. Second one didn't catch the target. D'Souza needs to get MARRIOTT on the ground here. He's been working his boxing with Dominic Alexander, but it hasn't shown yet in the stand-up.
Even at this point, if he just jump guards, better than standing up here getting kicked and eating the head. He's getting to a dangerous zone now, where MARRIOTT can see everything that he's got open.
MARRIOTT saw that right hand coming all the way from Brazil.
Look for MARRIOTT to pick up his punch pace now. He knows he can't get hurt, so he's going to start throwing more.
D'Souza threw an inside thigh kick, but he threw it with the top of the foot rather than the shin. It's very dangerous. You can be in danger of breaking the foot if you throw that, especially if MARRIOTT decides to lift the shin and check the kick. Probing, measuring with the lead hand here. Eric MARRIOTT, outside thigh kick, just whips it around to the hamstring area. D'Souza again tried to catch the kicking leg. Now what MARRIOTT could possibly do is fake a low kick, wait for D'Souza to drop his hand down, then just plow over the top front with that straight right cross.
You see, we have a chance here to see 2 head kick knockouts in one night.
Counter right from D'Souza. Again, no starch behind it. Shoots in for a double. Ineffective. Rushes MARRIOTT back against the cage. head is exposed here for Willian Desouza.
And Marriott obviously spent some time wrestling because he's got a great takedown defense. He's not phased off by those bad shots.
Oh, this is a beautiful knee. Now we're on the canvas. Desouza top position inside the half guard. Will we see some of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu go?
Not going to have much of a time here because it looks like Marriott's moving.
Inside the half guard, top position now. Good work from Eric Marriott. He's got James Krause in the corner barking instructions. And he is listening, constantly glancing over to his corner. A very attentive ear on Eric Marriott.
And this is one of the major flaws with Jiu-Jitsu. Desouza is very smart in his position. He's tied up, he's got good position, but the problem is he can get hit here. He's not moving to advanced position. He's kind of waiting his time out. You've got to be continuous. I mean, that's why the guys up at AKA with Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu, they always move the entire time, which makes them so dangerous.
A call for the elbows from the corner of Marriott. He comes in as a favorite here tonight, -285. Desouza +225. Still inside the half guard here, the right leg in for Marriott. Can he take it out? Rips it out, back to his feet.
All that energy by Desouza to get it down to the ground and finally get there, to get rolled over on his back and get forced back to his feet, is going to start messing with his head here. Not only is he physically going to get beat up, but mentally as well.
Desouza looks a little nervy for mine here, Frank. He hasn't really settled yet. And just Marriott is so relaxed. Again, the right hand lead there, and once more from Desouza. Walks into a side kick that almost cuts him in half. Big right hand, smack bang on the kisser from Marriott. But the Brazilian, he's got a chin. One round down, 2 remaining. Struts back to his corner. The ladies always like seeing the Brazilians in action. Beautiful knee here, just curling over the top of the right shoulder of Desouza.
And look at, Desouza lays down on top of him, but ends up getting rolled over here. That back kick was at the end of the round, was an amazing position because he really was out of position. He had nothing else left. Little quick back kick keeps you off him. But the thing that I'm really amazed by Marriott is he gets taken down. He didn't just lay there. He immediately tries to roll over. Desouza gets caught, ends up being on top. Then he's on the bottom, just lays there and gets put back to his feet again. If you're going to be a jiu-jitsu guy, you better learn wrestling because there's no way to get a guy to the ground and take control without understanding wrestling.
Frank's fight card after 1 round, and Marriott a no-brainer, 10-9 over Desouza, as you saw James Krause, or should I say the James Krause in the corner there of Eric Marriott, the man who claims the knockout of the night so far. Second round of action. Jason Herzog gets us underway. You'll see Marriott pressure with his hands a little more here. A very different stance on both of these men. The open fist, the open palms of Desouza, the closed fists of Marriott. An awkward round kick off the back leg. And a right hand lead there from Desouza.
Desouza staying right in front of him, looking right in that position, staying right in the wheelhouse to get hit.
Just gets out of the way of that right hand again, Marriott. Outside thigh kick from Marriott. And circles off to his right. That's where he wants to be going. I feel he wouldn't be in too much danger even if he did go off to his left.
Yeah, not at least in this fight.
Not much cheese behind that right hand of Willian Desouza. Still feeling each other out here in the second round. Clash of leg kicks. And Desouza, a very lazy inside thigh kick attempt. Ooh, spinning hook kick there from Marriott. Turning on the acrobatics here.
You're going to see him start doing some little crazier stuff than his normal style because he knows he can't get hit hard enough to do anything to him. Desouza just doesn't have the punching power.
Inside thigh kick from Desouza. But he's got nothing here that can phase Marriott at the moment.
If I'm in Desouza's corner, I got to tell him, you know, you got to get inside. You got to get a hold of him and get this guy to the ground. You get a hold of him like this, jump guard. Just get him on top of you. Do something so this is on the ground. You're not going to win this fight by staying on your feet.
Knee there to the midsection from Desouza, and again up to the sternum of Marriott. But just no leverage, not chambering the knee, not using the hips. Loops the arm around the back of the neck here, does Eric Marriott. 3 minutes remaining in the second round. Ooh, he went for the high knee, the big bok choy Didn't score it, though. Nice left hook, Muay Thai clinch and knee there from Eric Marriott. D'Souza is sitting back a lot here. He needs to get on the offensive against Marriott. He needs to change things up here. That said, though, Marriott hasn't been tremendously active himself so far in this round. Beautiful turning back kick, Uchidogeri in karate, looking for the midsection. The high sternum just below the throat. Outside thigh kick from Marriott, that's more like it. Straight right hand from D'Souza, but that was lazier than a doormat on Willian. He's got to throw through more. He's got to pivot on the lead foot, turn the hips into the right hand. You cannot throw a right cross flat-footed. Nor can you throw an outside thigh kick flat-footed. You've got to pivot on the lead foot. Single leg here from D'Souza.
He's just getting cracked in here, but he's got a better position. Now at least he's on the ground a little bit. Now he's got to scramble to a spot where he can get a submission in. D'Souza's best position is to be on the ground. He needs to get here. He's got to move, though. He can't just lay here. Now he's in a position where he's just laying still. This makes no sense. His corner's got to tell him something. He's got to move. He can't just stick in this position. He's roll over.
Oh, nicely done here from Eric Marriott. Can he get the right arm free? You see, D'Souza tying up the left arm. Now it's free. Little hammer fist strike. D'Souza puts him back inside the guard. Up kick to push him off. Bit of a butt scramble down from Willian D'Souza. So he gets a kick up the cracker.
Why would you kick him away? You need him on top of you in your guard. Why would you push him away?
It's a very strange turning back kick to the gluteus maximus.
You got to engage.
It's good for the judges, though.
Scoots out of there. And D'Souza back to his feet. 40 seconds remaining. Second round of 3. The corner saying fake left, go right to Eric Marriott. D'Souza glancing towards his corner. He needs some vital instructions here, does the Brazilian. Right hand and a short left there from Marriott. Ooh, jumping round kick there. Maybe the Brazilian's got a bit of capoeira in his arsenal.
Better start pulling it out in mass right now.
2 rounds down and 1 remaining. A barn burner of a fight by any stretch of the imagination, but Eric Marriott seems to be in control after 2. Frank, okay, if you're playing coach here, Frank, what are you telling Willian D'Souza?
Keep your hands up, charge into him, back him into the cage. You don't have the ability to take him down through your shots. So get into a position where you can kind of start a scramble. It's going to get it to the ground. Once you get it to the ground, keep it there. Don't let him get away from you no matter what happens. If he's on top of you, don't push him away. Bring him in tighter. Roll the knee bars, roll the ankle locks, roll whatever you can get into to keep on top of you. Perfect place, spinning kick right here. Of course, because D'Souza's staying in the wheelhouse, they're staying put. If he was about 3 or 4 inches tall, would have kicked him in the throat, might have finished the fight. Man, I do not understand what D'Souza is doing. I just don't get his position. He doesn't really have the ability to take a guy down, but you don't want to keep him on his feet either.
Frank's fight card after 2, 10-9, 10-9, all one-way traffic, 2018 to Eric Marriott.
Final round, fight you ready. Fight you ready. Fight.
3rd and final round. D'Souza needs to start working here. And Marriott, have a look at him, bouncing around nicely on the balls of his feet. He's closing in for the right hand, and there it is. Throws it as a lead punch, then curls it over on the 2nd attempt. I like this Marriott here in the 3rd round already, Frank. He seems to be firing up now.
He realizes he's not going to get hit anymore. The only thing that D'Souza's got from him is a charge.
Jumping knee and sprawls nicely. D'Souza could not affect the takedown. Right in front of our commentary position.
Just keep that on and roll over, or Marriott can just sit here and relax. He's got no problems and no position to worry about anything. Nice knee in by Marriott. He's getting ready to turn the corner, trying to block that arm off.
Nice hammer fist strike just above the ear there from Eric Marriott. Peppers the uppercut off the left. Another hammer fist strike. Ooh, that'll ring your bell. Oh, he measured him with that one. And ear slapper from Eric Marriott. He is digging in these hammer fist strikes. Off the right hand is Marriott. Getting full leverage, full extension. And he is just manhandling D'Souza. Drops the elbow. And again, looking to slice his eyebrow off. This is solid ground and pound from Eric Marriott. D'Souza's in a whole lot of bother here, Frank.
Yeah, he's in a bad position, and Marriott's just keeping his space nice and tight. You can jump right from here. Just jump on him right now.
And again, that strange turning back kick. And there's the hammer fist strike. Here comes the violence. Here comes Marriott. And D'Souza taking more hits than a Cheech and Chong movie. It is all one-way traffic still here in the third round for Eric Marriott. And he's got a long time remaining to finish this fight, Frank.
Yeah, 2:55 left in the round. This is a long time to be down here getting beat up. And Marriott's got a lot of position, a lot of space. Anytime he wants to, he can move to the back, move to the side.
Listen to these hammer fist strikes. Violent, brutal stuff here from Eric Marriott. Nice knee, in control. Everyone in the stadium is just shouting knee all of a sudden, Frank.
Marriott's smart, though, too. He's also trying to sink down that elbow.
Hammer fist strikes, taking the back here of D'Souza. What can D'Souza do from here, Frank? How can he turn the tide?
He needs to grab a hold of that far wrist that's underneath his armpit and roll. He's a sit-out turn-in like he went in old wrestling school to get up on top. He's got to get in a position where he's at least on top and in control.
2 minutes remaining. Will it be 2 minutes of punishment for Willian D'Souza?
Look at how the arm's caught right in there on the inside. He's in a shoulder lock position. If he chooses to, if Marriott knew how to do it, he just sit down and extend his leg. He finished the fight.
Chance go up for Eric Marriott. D'Souza trying to roll out here, but has he gone the wrong way, Frank? He's rolled into those elbows off the right arm now of Marriott.
Marriott's got a good crucifix position, can extend him out, hold him in this position.
Here come the hammer fists again. Look at the exposure on the left side of the head. An up kick to the rib cage. Marriott just tagging him relentlessly. Nice left hook from Marriott.
D'Souza's hoping he's like Darryl and come back here in the end of this round and finish this fight somehow.
Ooh, turning back into the midsection. Marriott comfortable playing the ground game. Side control now. Drops the forearm, drops the elbow to the cheekbone. You see the reddening on the bridge of the nose there. Big boom shakalaka knee to the high left rib cage from Marriott.
That took a lot of energy out of him for sure.
This is just utter domination here from Marriott.
This could be a 10-8 round. I mean, easily. I mean, obviously he's winning the whole fight, but this could also be a 10-8 round. It's been complete dominance, like you said.
It has been a bludgeoning. As Marriott's got a hope here. He's going to get choked out. No. Attempted guillotine there from Marriott. D'Souza posted up momentarily on his right arm, but Marriott put him down again in turtle shell position. Hammer fist strikes again. That nose is cracked now on the Brazilian. He finally gets to play a bit of a guard game, but too little, too late. And Marriott will take a comfortable victory here.
I would easily give Marriott a 10-8 round this round, for sure. I mean, he completely dominated. Do you remember one time, Michael, in this entire round when D'Souza even had a hope? Like inkling of anything?
Not at all. Not even an inkling, not even a glimmer of hope.
Geez, just he pushes underneath his face. He punches him from underneath to make him lift his head up, then hits him with 4 or 5 hammer strikes on the backside of his ear. And it just, you know, I don't know what D'Souza was thinking in this position. You know, as we stand up, rolls around, comes back into hammer fisting, but D'Souza just did not make any sense into how he was fighting. A great jiu-jitsu guy like this does not get down and didn't know how to get the fight to the ground to put it in a spot where he could be victorious.
So we will go to the judges' scorecards here. Eric Marriott, just complete domination. The face tells the story. The devastation of WILLIAN DESOUZA.
Grindhouse MMA taking over.
The redness around the bridge of D'Souza's nose, and not a scratch on Eric MARRIOTT. Jason Herzog calls both men into the center of the cage. And Stephen St. John with the decision.
Could you put it on in here? Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Henry Gary, Mike Munoz, and Mike Boyd, all with the same score, 30-27. For your winner, by unanimous decision.